Alive.
Girl, we going vegan.
So you're a vegan? You don't do no meat for real?
I do grass fed,
Oh, I don't even know about that.
plant based, plant based, plant
Mm,
based.
mm.
It's plant based food.
Oh, okay. Okay, like
Yeah, my church.
soybeans.
Yeah, my church do that.
Yeah. Okay. I've
Mhm.
had bean burgers before. All right. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? What's going on? We are here at the AI Monarch of Gossip, and we are here to talk about that Chrisean Rock. Now, Tamala, what you know about Chrisean?
What do you mean?
Do you know anything about her? All right,
Huh?
maybe not. I said, do you know anything about Chrisean Rock?
Do I know anything about Chrisean Walk? Yeah, I know a lot about Chrisean Rock. So
Okay.
what you mean?
So I was just asking. So let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. So I want to let you guys know. I went on the Sean Davie Way. You guys know Sean Davie Way. He has been exposing Chrisean Rock. They've been in drama. They've been in fights all on this internet. And today I heard him say on his live stream that Blueface is not the baby junior biological father. Press one if you believe it. Press nine if you think it's a lie. Tamala, who do you think Blueface is the baby daddy?
Oh no, I always thought it was Ronnie's, because it's just too much that happened around his death. After he said certain things, then next thing you know, the young man died. It's just too much.
Now, what did he say in his death?
No, before he died, he was telling Chrisean, go on and tell the truth, take the DNA, all that. That's my baby and all that. So yeah, that's why she said what she said when Blueface made the statement he stated, and then she gonna say, "Oh, you're talking against your child. Something gonna happen to you. I'm gonna." And then she said, "Oh, I'm gonna drop this nigga's location," and she dropped his location. Now, what if something would have happened to him? See, she would have been in jail.
Well, he ended up dying.
No, I'm talking about Blueface. She did try to do the same thing with him on TV.
Yeah.
She gonna sit up there and say she gonna drop his location. Why would you say that and call out the address, everything? Yeah. That's not good.
She does that a lot. She told this YouTuber named Sean Davie Way, she said, I'm going to do your ass just like I did Ronnie.
Right.
Yeah. So she is a mess, but she says she's so religious.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody say, let me just say this. Everybody say like I said, religion is you doing something for Christ, and you can never do nothing for Christ or God. You know what I'm saying? So, Christianity is realizing that nothing I do is acceptable because I'm a sinner. So it's God doing something for me that I couldn't do for myself. That's what Christianity is. But religious is just that. People going through the motion. So, and not really getting anything out of it.
But I tell you, everybody just want Baby Junior to be safe. Do you know he got club foots?
Yeah. Okay. Sean Davie said that. He was saying that, and the baby still wearing a diaper. All kinds of things that this little baby has illness.
Yeah, but they said she's in denial. She said that the church told her that don't worry about it, God gonna heal him.
God can heal him, but at the same time, that's why God put physicians out here too.
Well, I don't think she think like that. I think she thinks that one day the club foot just gonna go away.
And that's why, and that lets you know that she needs help too, because she's delusional. If she thinking that, then she's delusional.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna play some clips from Sean Davie Way. Let's get these likes up and let's talk about it. Feel free to hit this link up. Tim, I see you. I'm coming to you in 1 second.
I do think what she's going through is her karma. And what I mean not being equipped, she don't have a place. She don't have a village. She all the things that she's supposed.
Now hold up. How she not have a village? How she not have? Listen, I'm not understanding this, y'all. She got all those sisters. She got all those brothers. She got a big ass family and she don't have a village. Are you serious right now? Then, do y'all remember when she was in that big old mansion and that big old pool and she was bragging about? And every now and again, she's always talking about how she's going to have all these Maybachs and this. She said, don't you know when all those mansions are in one community? She said she about to have that. Do y'all remember that? Press 7. And now they telling me she homeless, getting showers. What in the world is going on? Tamala, do you know this?
Huh?
Do you know all of this?
About Chrisean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it, Gigi. I used to keep up with her a lot. So yeah, I already heard this several times.
Got it.
You know, even Tasiki came out with a lot of stuff, you know, because well, you know, I can't pronounce her name, but when she said that her sister was a bum, you know, she called her all kinds of stuff. Broke B, you ain't got no place of your own, you know. And then when you showed the clip, and I was on here that day, and you showed the clip with her in the car with the baby, I thought that was so unreal to me. You know, why would you be at the, you know, in a car with this baby like that, and knowing that he's already going through a lot of other health issues? So why would you do that? You know,
because she's worried about that man. That same live, she's talking to a dude, giggling and laughing. So it says, do you not have a village because most of her family are on drugs or unstable? Well, ain't that the Kishi girl? What about her? Ain't she stable? Even though she on that damn show that I don't like, the bad.
I'm gonna be honest with you. None of them is stable. Not even the other sister. I forgot what the big sister begins with a C, Chastity or whatever her name is. But none of them is pretty much stable. You know, Tasiki is just got hers in a little bit more order than they do. But at the end of the day, they all dysfunctional. It's all dysfunctional here, you know, and they all need to sit down and really have some real therapy. You know, I'm for real. Come to Jesus meeting, you know, come to clean, get everything out in the opening. Because see, the sister did a lot of things to Chrisean that people don't even speak about. You know, anytime you sit and molest your sister.
Are you serious? Is that true? I heard it, but I didn't think it was true. Did Takeshi she said she did that?
Her sister said that so many times. Chrisean said that so many times.
But I'm saying that Takeshi said she did that for real?
Do what?
Did Takeshi confirm that? Or you just believe that Chrisean, do you think that really happened?
I'm going to be honest with you. She never really went into it. She never really went into it, but I believe it because you know Tasiki, if it wasn't true, she would come out here, you know. But at the end of the day, she want to call Chrisean all kind of broke bees and all that. You know, everybody, whether y'all believe it or not, this young girl really do. And I pray God sends her the help that she needs and somebody give her direction and guidance. Because I'm going to say this, you know, everybody tries to get a check off of this girl. Ain't nobody really trying to help her. Everybody's trying to get a check off her. Just like Carissa Shields. Oh, when she started saying about boxing. Oh, okay, now here it is. Oh, I shout out you. And then the next minute you talking bad about her. Because, you know, everybody talks bad about her because they get a check by putting her name. Just like Blueface mama, Carlisa. She, you know, you're going to talk about this girl, but you need her to feed you and your man. Because that's who feeding you and your man. Because anything else you talk about ain't nothing. Just like Miss Piggy, his other baby mama. All of them use her because they ain't got nothing going for her. They self. This girl do have something going for herself. If somebody would truly jump in and give her the guidance that she needs and structure her the right way, she's going to be a powerful force to be reckoned with. I'm just keeping it real.
I think she had those changes too many damn times. I think
she ain't never had nobody to really help her.
Yes, she did. I remember sitting there watching her because I used to be pro Chrisean at one point, but now I'm anti Chrisean. But I remember watching this lady, she was in the church because Chrisean always around people that's in the church. Now, and this was years ago, and these people was trying to get her on the right foot, and they were giving her good sound advice, but she don't want to listen. She want to do what she want to do. She want to go over the baddies and fight. She want to stay on demon time. She's steady getting with these niggas. And that dude that she was recently with, 33K, he done robbed the 7-Eleven. She bonding his ass out of there, but yet she broke, but yet you bonding out niggas. Okay? You on the internet sucking on niggas' toes, Bino, and he don't give a fuck about you. None of these niggas give a fuck about you, but you spending your time with niggas and chasing niggas. I don't feel sorry for that.
You know what, Gigi? I'm not feeling sorry for her like you may think. I'm saying you take a child that has been went through a lot of dysfunctionalness. The girl is trying to get she's trying to get her copism up, because at the end of the day, she can't cope with all that. She do everything to cope, and she self-sabotages herself. Okay? She self-sabotages herself because she wants to be a better person. She wants to do better things, but at the end of the day, she don't know how. She don't know how. Come on now. If you really look at it, this child don't know what direction to go in. I'm not saying that everything that this girl doing is right. She's chasing men because she never had a father to really pay any attention.
She doing
never
it
really had a mother.
She likes that thug lifestyle. But yeah,
Gigi,
she's been in church.
If
she
that's
can
all
stay
I
her
know,
butt in church.
if the streets raised me, and that's all I know, you got to change my mentality in order to get my reality. Okay?
I just think it's giving her excuses and pass, and I'm out of it for her. But someone says this. They said, no, Gigi, you have to understand where she's come from. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse. It's a lot of people that came from nothing and they made themselves something. So you're not going to sit here and convince me just because you are who, you just going to be stuck as a product of your environment. And for the record, Chrisean Rock, she touched 6 figures. She brags about 6 fucking figures. She have plenty of opportunities to do so much. Most people don't even touch that shit. Most people are really out here really needing help. I feel sorry for the people that are a product of their environment and they don't have no money. They don't have no access. They don't have people around them that can guide them. She have had that plenty of times. She's too grown. She makes your choices. She does what she want to do. And I'm not going to baby her, and I'm not treating her like no damn child. She grown.
You don't have to, Gigi. But the 6 figures that you talking about went straight to Blueface and his family, okay? They went straight to him. That girl don't, she trying to say she's 6 figuring this, she's 6 figuring that. Let me just say this. A mother that is sleeping in a car with their child doesn't have any money. What money she do get, like you said, she helped the hood niggas because she feels like those are the ones that so-called act like they concerned about her. At the end of the day,
that don't make sense, Tamala, because if you,
she gave it to Blueface.
Tamala, if you're so into God and you're so into being obedient to his word, how could you lay down on your back and allow a demon thug to enter you? That is definitely a contradiction. She knows exactly what she's doing. And you have a baby here that needs your attention.
I just think that she, as far as the baby concerned, I just feel like somebody else should raise the baby. But as far as Chrisean is concerned, like I said, I have to look at the side that she came from a lot of dysfunctionalness.
We all have came from dysfunctional.
And have. Hold on. Okay, since you saying that, did you change overnight? Did you change overnight?
What do you mean that
Did you change overnight? Huh? What I'm saying, everybody came from dysfunctional. Yes. Everybody did something, but did nobody change that overnight? Just like when we living in it,
it's been years for her.
That girl ain't even 30 yet.
You supposed to be 30. So we waiting for her to turn
young.
30.
She still got a mind of
No. She gonna be like this in her 30s and 40s. She's gonna be a product just like her mom. That's what it's coming to. And the more people give her excuses, the more she's going to go in that same direction. Giving her excuses ain't going to help nobody. All that cuddling ain't helping. That's what her support has been doing. And look at the results. Ain't going nowhere.
Well, Gigi, you told me I can fight you on this, so I'm going to fight you on this, okay?
Go
We're going to keep on fighting on this, okay?
She needs discipline and she needs strictness.
That's what I'm saying, Gigi. How can she get it when nobody is
because
helping?
When you're grown, you have to be responsible and do it yourself. Damn. When you grown, Gigi, you have to do it.
Gigi, that girl don't even know the first. I bet you if you get on the first panel, you get on this panel, I bet you she couldn't even tell you the first thing she needs to do. The girl got it. I'm serious. If you really give her an
she
IQ
does
test,
what she want to do. She go to baddie. She know how to do that. She go to boxing. She do what she want to do.
People go to baddies because guess what? Baddies is a check for her, so she can fight. She can let some of them demons out that she got inside. She can let them out over there. That's what boxing is the same thing. The boxing is the same thing. She can let them demons out over there. Whoop up on somebody. Come on now. That's all she been doing. It's been the whole toxic zone, even from Blueface, even after Blueface. It's a whole downhill spiral.
I'm not giving no excuse. Gigi, you're dead ass wrong. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be dead ass wrong. I'm not giving no excuse for accused killer. Okay, so you do that. You sympathize with accused killer and somebody that is neglecting their own baby.
Accused killer?
Yes.
You're accusing her of killing Willie? I mean, not Willie.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I've been looking for Lulu's man Willie. And I call him.
Yes. She ain't that the same girl that paint blood on walls. Press 3 if she paint blood on walls. Ain't that the same girl that do that shit? Okay. All right. So, well, I'm going to stay wrong. I'm fine. Okay. Because this society, everything is right is wrong. Everything is wrong is right anyway. Right. So I'm fine with it.
I do think, Gigi, I do think I do think that
well,
the churches that she...
Go ahead.
The churches that I do think the churches that she go to, they are only putting on for her to get her funds. You know what I'm saying? But I think if she really go to a real church, like my church, 2819, I'm pretty sure she'll come out a whole totally different woman.
She been a plenty. You gotta want to change for yourself, Tamala. That's what you don't get. She don't want to change for real. She's doing a gimmick. She's playing you. But honey, you know I love my sister Tamala. So let's hear from you guys. Let's get these likes up. You know, Tamala love herself some Chrisean rock. I used to love her, but not no more. So let's get these likes up, y'all.
No,
let's get these likes up.
You told me we can battle.
Because you know what? Okay. Tamala, she can stay on my ass and I'm still going to love her. And I ain't going to feel no type of way about it because I know it's always love. Okay? Right. And vice versa. Shit.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Team Gigi for real, though.
I know you is.
Gigi for real.
Okay. So
play the video. They want you to play the video.
Which one?
About the one you showing now about her.
Okay.
Supposed to have, she doesn't have. You know, Chrisean Jr. is not walking. He's not talking. You know, things like that. I would say those things are her karma because those things can happen. Those things are possible. You know, she is holding him back. She is restraining him from being great. I mean, I could show you videos right now of many special needs children from cerebral palsy to Down syndrome that are doing fine. They're walking. A lot of them talking. And the ones that are not are still thriving. You know, they've had many milestones. And unfortunately, Junior has had none. Yeah, so we'll get into that too. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like.
Okay, I'm about to go to war with Dream. Come on, honey, we about to fight. Okay, so she says the grandfather raped all of them grandchildren, and he raped the mom. That's so sorry. Guess what? Oprah got raped too, y'all, and she made it. Guess what? Monique got raped too, y'all, and she made it. Do y'all know how many motherfuckers get raped? Hold on.
Gigi.
Hold on. Do you know how many people are getting raped or molested by their own people and they survive? They don't. That's no excuse. No excuse.
Gigi.
Yes.
Gigi. Don't put Oprah up here, a handler.
Okay,
Oprah
but
do a whole lot of things behind the scene. Oprah is not what you
and
think
look,
she is.
And look, but she was touched. You didn't feel sorry for her, so I don't feel sorry for Chrisean. It happened. It happens to a lot of people. Go get some therapy.
Let me tell you something. She was in there. You must not know the whole story about Oprah, do you? That's why she always
some conspiracy theories about Oprah.
She give her sister-in-law a gag order because she don't want them to talk about her. But ask Oprah, why did she, when she won when she was in that pageant, couldn't sing, couldn't do nothing, and then they was tallying up the tallies, and they put it in the wrong envelope, and they went to her house to let her know she really wasn't the winner. Didn't even give the trophy back. Okay, Oprah.
Well, the same way you feel about Oprah, the same way you feel about Chrisean.
Oprah
so
is a handler.
So therefore, you can't use that excuse of rape and all that because Oprah been touched. Y'all don't feel sorry for Oprah. I don't feel sorry for Chrisean. Now we even. Now, what's your next excuse? Okay, Miss Dream, whatever. What is it? Dream something.
Let me tell you something. Oprah has done way more than Chrisean, okay?
Well,
Oprah
we ain't talking about that. We're talking about
See, that's why I say people.
We talking about she brought up as if an excuse. If you were touched or raped, then that should be excusable for you to do fucked up shit. And I'm saying it's not an excuse. Just like you're not saying it's an excuse for Oprah. What if I say, oh, give Oprah a chance? You know, she did so much. But she was touched when she was young. She was this when she was young. You got to think about how she came about. Oh,
Gigi, that's why we have this panel. Gigi, that's why we have this panel so we can agree to disagree.
Exactly.
I knew you was gonna say that, girl.
Honey,
now
we
you
can go
pop your
with
fan.
It. Pop that
now
fan.
You can go get your fan.
All right. Well, let's hear for some. We got 3 people on the panel. Tim, your thoughts?
Okay, so first and foremost, could you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ease into this conversation with grace and humility with Chrisean Rock because going to the first and foremost, I do 100% believe that is Blueface's child, and I can't argue enough that child was made out of her trauma, and I think that's why she's bonding with baby Junior. And I do think that it's very unfair that a lot of people are trying to take that away from her because, they want to be in that child's life. And I understand she's in like some she's in like a messed up situation for that child and she doesn't have the best surroundings. But she's just trying to make things possible for herself. Yeah, I do think that is a messed up situation that she's putting that child in, but I do think that if everybody else had a chance to do that with their child, I do believe that she should have a chance to make it through with her baby. Now, what y'all feel about that?
You know I disagree with your ass, Tim, but I always disagree with you, Tim. I always disagree. Tim, do I not always disagree with you?
You do.
And I love you.
And I love you too.
I always disagree with you, Tim. Go ahead, Tamala.
I'm going to say this, Tim. I totally agree with you.
Lord.
I really do. But me and Gigi, I have to keep Gigi on her toes because right about now
Yes.
she's probably getting sleepy, hungry. So I have to keep her on her toes. I love
Big
her to death,
Mac.
though. But yeah, Big Mac. But let me tell you this: I do feel the same way you feel, though. I really feel like that. She didn't have a chance. Really, I'm just going to be honest with you. How can you? How people that's been streets for so long. I'm gonna use this as an example. People that's been streets for so long, all they know is the streets. So you have to change a person's mentality in order to make it their reality. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And her mentality is not there yet. Her mentality, you can see how how she is with her son. Yeah, she loves him, true enough, but at times she treats him like he's just a doll. You know what I'm saying? A little doll. She don't know how to be a mother. She don't know how to be a mother. If I was somebody, I would have told her, hey, if they got if they got a unwed mother's home, or if they got a place where she could learn different things, skills, as a mother, then I think she would be great. She would, like I said, she would be a force to be reckoned with. Because, she has the potential. But if a person has the potential and you see it in them, if you do, but she goes to Jesus because she know everybody else gonna turn her around, and don't want to be bothered with her. But one thing she did realize is God would never give up on her. You feel me? So that's why she keeps seeking God.
Yeah.
And people say this is an act, but I don't think that's an act.
I really think it's an act.
I think she really was seeking God, because I think
she
that
plays
she's so
with
broken
God
inside. She's so broken inside to the point where she don't know what to do. She's very broken. It's a lot going on behind the scenes. And this girl done been through a lot of trauma. She done been through a lot of stuff. And when you've been through trauma like she has, molestation, we don't know how far that went.
Well, go get some damn therapy. She has yet to do that. And she had all the money in the world to do it, and all the time in the world. But she want to stay on thug dicks and do all this drinking and carrying on. She does what she want to do.
Gigi, now you being disrespectful. Now you ain't have to say thug blanks. You could have said thug blanks.
Well, we gossiping now, girl. So
get on it, Tamala.
Tamala, we in a gossip realm now. So
okay, but I still ain't gonna cuss.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, I watch my words.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cuss.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I 100% agree with Tamala, because the thing is that Gigi, sometimes you have to read between the lines, because sometimes it's not what people are saying, it's how the way they act. And with Chrisean, she did admit that when she got into the whole Blueface situation, she went too far in the deep end when it comes to love. Now we know that the way we raise our kids. I'm not saying I ain't got no kids, but the way parents raise their kids, they make relationships the baseline of everything. And she grew up believing that, relationships are the base of everything. So she tried to find love in the streets, like what Tamala was saying. And so there's no moral code or compass. All we have is these churches that is robbing black people, robbing people in general blind, just to preach some stuff out the Bible, but we're not keeping up with the times. And so no one's not teaching her the moral compass of how to overcome things, how to be a boss, an entrepreneur, or to pursue goals in life. And then two, getting back to what Tamala was saying, mental health is so stigmatized when it comes to getting therapy, especially around the African American community. We don't want to, because it'll make us feel like we're crazy. So that's why it has a lot to do with normalization. And it goes back to what Tamala was saying. Yes, this is why a lot of blacks would rather run to the church in Christ Jesus to find a moral compass or a moral code to live by, because like what Tamala was saying, all they know is that Jesus ain't gonna give up on them. because it's something that they made up in their mind that, God is always with them. But to have a crack code of, okay, damn, this life is all we have. And you can either live it right, you can either live it rough, or you just not gonna live it at all. And you gotta pick between those roads that you gotta choose.
Hold on, Tim,
You know
because
what I'm
Stream
saying?
is getting on my damn nerve. Let me tell you something, mother sucker. Woo! Girl, you're grown, damn, you're older than her, damn. You know what? I am old as hell, and she should listen. But I'm not trying to disrespect Tim or Tamala. But honey, if she listen to them, she will forever continue on a road that she's going. If I was around her, I'd tell her black ass to get off that fucking Tamala, close your ears. Close your ears, Tamala. I tell her, get your ass off that internet, hoe. Okay? Now listen. No more internet. Take all this shit off. You need to die. You need to die. Do you know what it is to die? Press 5 if y'all know what it is to die. To die is to humble yourself. Everything you think that you are, take that shit off. Humble
It's a
yourself.
rebirth.
That is really when you are going to be obedient and to his word. But she is still a product of fame, of money, of being with this nigga and being with that nigga. She don't want to humble herself that way. She don't want to kill Chrisean. She wants to stay this big brand image. She wants the fame. She wants the vanity. She wants to do all the things of the things. Okay? And promote one thing. And I
have a
understand
question,
because
Gigi.
wait, damn it, I'm not done. Damn. Shit. I'm talking about rude. Okay, goddamn. You know what, Tim? You done made me forget my thought. And I don't give a damn if I'm wrong, Dream. I stay wrong. Okay? If your ass is right, I don't want to be right. Okay? Shit. That part.
Sorry about that, Gigi.
Hold on, Tim. Valencia, what you gotta say?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up right now. Make sure you subscribe here at the AI Monarch of Gossip.
Gigi, I've been in love with you since Jacob Kahiner, and I've watched your transformation. But I've been trying to get in touch with Sean Davie way behind the scenes because I went to church at Transformation Church with Chrisean Rock here in Oklahoma. And my cousin was also incarcerated with Chrisean Rock. She's very demonic. I worked in the child care at Transformation Church where we had Junior. And when we started making inquiries about why he's not eating, why he's constantly vomiting, why he's always filthy, disgusting, dirty, why does he always have bruises, all of these things. I even have, matter of fact, if you give me your email, I'll send you the footage that we have because I recorded the footage that they also had of the cameras and everything inside of the child care rooms where we have Junior. And I will never show a child's genitals or anything like that, but they're very graphic. She's always cussing at church. She's very dramatic. She's
Not cussing
always
in church, Valencia.
yes, she
And
cusses at church.
Valencia, let me update you. My name is Gigi, baby.
I
Hit
know.
me up at Gigi Medici and send me all that shit.
Okay, I will definitely do it the moment we get off this, the moment I get off of here. And your channel will definitely blow up. Not only that, because I was working with another, a social media personality on their platform behind the scenes, and that's how they were able to get a lot of their content and everything. I'm not monetized. People keep lying, saying that people want to be monetized and they're making money off of clicks and views. These are people that are reporting that already have an established platform, and most of the content that they cover about Chrisean is not even monetized. Number one. Number two, they keep on talking about her being raped and all of this other stuff. Haven't we all, like you said, I was raped. I was impregnated by my stepfather at 11 years old. I was thumped in a bathtub until the baby passed. My daughter was born special needs, not to me doing drugs. and my daughter is thriving. They actually told me that my daughter will never walk, talk. She will never be potty trained. She will never thrive. She will not even be able to sit up on her own. My daughter just turned 10 years old, January 12th. My daughter is thriving. You know why? Because I was not lazy. I got up off of my behind. That is a grown woman. She's not a little girl. She's not a child. Matter of fact, I've been on my own since I was 15 years old. And all of this grace that everybody has for Chrisean, well, why they don't have it for Chastity? Why they don't have it for Tasiki? Didn't they all grow up in the same environment? That she clowns Chastity for having to resort to stripping in order to survive, and those were the means that fed her. Yet she throws stones about that. And then how is she knows exactly what she's doing, because if she was not aware of what her actions are entailing, and if she wasn't aware of what she needed to do in order to help that child thrive, she would not be faking milestones. She does enough for the camera that is performative, but when the cameras are off, she does not care anything about it. No, I didn't go to Transformation Church because I believed that the pastor was phenomenal. I went into it because of the ministry of the youth, and I wanted to keep a close eye. I didn't want it to be another Eddie Long situation. This lady talking about she go to 2819. Is that the one with Pastor Phillips? Because I was doing my research about him, visited his church. I'm seeing him throw up all kind of Baphomet signs in 666. I digress. We'll return to that later. Then she's talking about Oprah, and Oprah did all kind of things behind the scenes. So are these assumptions that you're speculating that Oprah has done off camera? Because that's what y'all keep trying to defend Chrisean with. Y'all keep on saying that we cannot base we can't talk about what we're seeing, that we actually see on camera, because we're not with her every second. And so y'all not with Oprah every single second. Y'all only going off of what the rumors were. So you're trying to condemn with the same measures that we have a standard for adults to take care of children. Since when did Jesus start condoning
Hold on,
that?
Tamala coming.
When it comes to Oprah Winfrey, I'm talking facts, because I have a cousin who went to school with Oprah, who was also in that pageant. Okay, that knows Oprah real well. All right, so that's why I said what I said about that pageant. Oh yes, I did say that, and Oprah is not what you think she is. Okay, I did say that, and it's because my cousin went to school with Oprah. Okay. When all that was going on, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not going to speak nothing that I don't know nothing about. That's one thing I'm not going to do.
I know that's right.
Oprah went to school in Nashville, Tennessee, honey.
That's my sister Tamala.
Okay.
Come on, sister.
Daddy owned the barber shop down here. Okay. I go to Nashville all the time. Hang out down there, honky tonks, all that. Come on now, baby. I know what I'm talking about. I don't speak nothing that I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to speak some facts. Now, we have opinions like everybody else. We have comments like everybody else. We can agree and disagree.
Right. And we're not saying that Chrisean Rock is a perfect person either.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm going to speak what I say about Oprah, because I know my cousin went to school with Oprah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should do a video on Oprah. I don't know. What you think?
Yeah, she went to school with Oprah. It's not what people think it is. People see these celebrities and they think these celebrities is the world because they do a little something behind the scene. They go over here. You made a school in Africa, but it's people over here, kids over here that needs to school. It's college students right now that's going to school and can't even put food in their mouth because they're trying to get an education. Don't give me that. Boo, don't nobody give me that. So Oprah doing a whole lot overseas, but she ain't doing nothing for her American people.
Americans first. Now let me tell y'all, shout out to Mala, donated $10. Woo! Hashtag Tamala, honey. That's real support. Thank you, sister. Woo! Honey, it's getting hot tonight. Hashtag it's getting real spicy in here. Ain't it getting spicy in here, Tamala?
No, I'm good. I'm good, but I just don't like nobody saying, well, you speculating about Oprah. No, I'm not speculating about Oprah. But we're going to get back to the topic of Chrisean Rock. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got people over here that's starving. We got college kids that's going to school. But let me tell you something, we got them sleeping in cars and stuff. But is Oprah pulling up? Is a lot of these other celebrities? Let me tell you something, when it comes to celebrities, I don't give them no slack. But when it comes to this child, I did give her some slack because at the end of the day, she came from a dysfunctional background. That's the only reason why. But let's not get it twisted. They not feeding me, and they not feeding a lot of these other kids that's trying to get education. Why you go over there and give a bunch of money overseas to Africa and different places, but when you have these same kids that can reach the same level? We have Black kids that right now that are very smart, gifted, but they don't have the money to go to college. They don't have the money to do what they need to do. But guess what? You want to feed over there. Okay, don't give me that.
All right, Jordan, what are your thoughts about this Chrisean and the Blueface and who's the real baby daddy?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, Jordan.
Hello?
Yes, Jordan.
Wait, I
Jordan, you
might have
can't
to
hear
come
me?
back. Oh.
Yeah, damn. Whew. Go ahead, Tim. I know you was gonna say something.
Oh yeah. There was a comment that just went away. It was like Oprah don't care about Black people or whatever.
Okay, Jordan is
I
back.
disagree.
Jordan, go ahead.
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Gigi. I've been supporting you
Hey,
for years. Oh
have
my
you
God.
had?
Yeah, I used
Have
to
you
do,
subscribed?
I know about XOXO. I was looking for your channel for so long and I couldn't find it, but I just remember XOXO. So when I finally ran
Jordan.
across, yeah.
I changed the name to the Messy Sweet Spot. How many channels I got, Jordan?
I don't even know. I just remember the Messy Girl XOXO. That was the last one
Gossip
I
Girl,
Gossip Girl. Yeah,
XOXO.
with the fan.
You love me.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
honey.
I was like, what in the world when I came across your channel and then I started seeing you talking about Chrisean and I was just like, oh my goodness. And then I got tuned back in. But I
Yeah,
just
you better
wanted to,
subscribe. Have you
oh,
subscribed here?
I am
All right.
subscribed.
All
Yes,
right.
I can't lose you again. I
You
haven't seen you
can't
in
lose
years.
me. Yeah, I love y'all. I love all my old fan base. Yeah.
Yes, but I wanted to come over here. I don't want to stay too long. I want to come up here and just say this. Krishan and I were both the same age, and I've been tuned in to her since she came on the scene on Blue Girls Club. And so then I seen everything with her neglecting Junior, and I'm not really sure why people make excuses for her. I've never understood that. I know I got homegirls who have had kids at a young age, and they take care of their children. I've never seen any type of, neglect to this degree. And it's crazy to me that, like, before Sean Davy Way started to cover it, I remember sitting back thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, we're really watching child neglect like in front of our eyes. Like I couldn't believe that we were sitting up here like really watching a child be neglected. And I don't understand why people say, well, oh, her environment and her background. A lot of people come from backgrounds that are horrible, worse than Krishan's, and they don't do half the things that she does. And in terms of her, giving money to Blueface and stuff like that, she just went on this recent part of Baddies, right? USA part one.
Right.
Blueface wasn't around to get that money, and she was popping it, talking about how she got, she got her what was that? She said she got her wire, she got her wire, and we already know Lemmy pays Krishan good. He's
Yes, he
paying her
does.
6 figures or better. We all know
Big
that.
money.
Cause just when she wanted to do an appearance on a reunion, she was like, "You got to give me 300K or better." And remember, they was like, "Oh, we're not
Yeah.
doing that. We're not
Yeah.
doing that. So
And
he
then
gives her
Jordan,
big
all
money.
these streaming shit she on, she getting paid. Dan Jordan, remember when she used to gossip about brag about, oh, I get on Snap, I can just make a living off Snap. They
Yes.
pay me
Yeah.
20-40K a
A
month.
month.
Snap.
Yeah.
Remember how she used to shit on motherfuckers that don't have shit? Oh, y'all
Yeah.
broke bitches. I got this, I got that. Didn't God humble her ass?
Yeah. Exactly.
She used to always shit on people that was broke.
So I don't understand why people make excuses and say, well, she wasn't given this and look at the cards that she was dealt. Hell, I mean, it's a lot of people who ain't never touched money like that and they not out here doing stuff like she was literally not too long ago. Cause okay, so when the fight happened with her in Compton, I was really shocked by that. And mind you, her baby was there because I'm from Compton too. So when she went to the Compton parade, I'm like, why is she over there? I remember thinking that to myself. I'm like, why is she even over there after she, had just dissed the Crips, and then she went over there in the jungles and was dissing the Crips, and then she went back over there to Compton, and the part of Compton that she was in is like really Crips over there because she was on the east side of Compton. So I'm like, why is she even over there? So again, like putting herself in dangerous situations. And mind you, remember she was with her kid. So she was with her kid. And again, like I said, I just personally don't understand how people make excuses for this girl because she has continuously neglected this child. And I just personally don't understand it. Like, and then there's people also who I see online who say things like, "Oh, well, we don't know if the child is disabled. We don't know if she's getting help." You can clearly see that she is not getting that child any type of help. Like you can clearly see it. That child is not walking. Junior does not talk. We all know if Junior was really capable of doing all these things, don't you think she would have shown that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not understanding why people are so like, and I noticed this, Gigi. I don't want to take up too much time on your panel, but another thing that I don't notice is why is it that it's older women that come to Chrisean's defense? Like no shade to the older women, but I noticed that it's always a woman that's 30 something plus 40, 50, and they always happen for her. I don't know. Like I remember Sean Davie Wade said something a few days ago, and it's almost like the women that are like around that age range, they may have been doing stuff like what Chrisean was doing back in their good era, they good old days, and they see her in them. And that's why they think that the things that she do is okay. But it's not okay. Her up here neglecting her child. We know good and damn well she didn't take Junior to the hospital. She was just on live a few days ago and you could literally hear him in the background still with a bad cold. They saying that it's like 9 degrees out there in Baltimore now. And the coach was just carrying the baby and he didn't have on no jacket, no socks, no nothing. So again, like I said, I just can't believe we're watching child neglect like this, like before our eyes, and nothing is happening. So I really hope that people sign that petition and something really is done about this child because what she's doing to that child is not okay. And that's all I have to say.
All right, Jordan. Thank you for
Thank
coming to
you.
cook. Valencia,
G-
you want to finish cooking?
yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Gigi, my godmother is a RN at the Baltimore hospital. I'm not gonna say which one, and she works in the emergency department. Those medical systems are connected, and Chrisean Jr. has not been to the hospital to receive any type of medical care. He has not. I don't care what she put on her live. Of course, she didn't put him that he was in the hospital himself. She'll take herself. He has not been to the hospital. CPS is actively looking for him as they should. And this is child neglect. I agree with Miss Tamala that Oprah is a horrific representation of Black women and pillars in the Black community. Most of these celebrities are very demonic because I heard her say that people go crazy over these celebrities. I don't idolize anyone that's very demonic. That's a very demonic character. I don't do that. And I also do not agree. I mean, at what point? So are we saying that Jesus doesn't have the power to transform? Because she says that she has this close, intimate relationship with him, but he does not. He's not changing her at all. I mean, she goes back and forth. She threatens people's lives. She's neglecting her child. She neglects herself. Her son wasn't even in the womb safe. He wasn't safe inside of her womb. I don't understand at what point. And then everybody keeps saying that she had met this demise when she met Blueface. So is anybody going to neglect it? So nobody's going to mention when she spent a year in the mental ward. She knows where to go get medical assistance. She was in the psychiatric hospital for a year for burning her niece's feet. I guess everybody,
Her
that's
niece
public
was
record.
sick. I never
Yes, her
heard
niece was
that.
4 years. Well, her niece was 4 years old. It's a public record. And
Girl,
that is how she,
Valencia, can you send me that shit so I can make a
yes,
video
ma'am.
about that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sending you everything. I already got a package.
Yeah.
I'm on my other phone downloading it so I can send it to you now.
Thank you. Thank
Yes, you're
you.
the only. Yes, you and Sean Davie Way are the only two, and Blane are the only three people with platforms that actually ask for the information.
I
And I
want it
do.
all.
And Miss Tamala says she doesn't speak on anything that she doesn't know the facts on. So then, the subject of Chrisean should be null and void. Oh no, she said she's giving an opinion. So I agree. I don't speak on anything unless I know facts. But so have you noticed that everyone close to Chrisean, not one person has come out to defend her parenting? It's only the people that does not know her that defends her. Has anybody ever stopped to even think about that? Because you're not about to sit up here and talk about I don't care. Me and my sister ain't talked in forever. You're not about to sit up here and tell me that she exploits my nephew and she's horrific and all of this other stuff. The young man said that nobody's perfect. God doesn't require us to be perfect. He requires us to seek him with our whole entire heart. That is what he requires of us, simply put. And he also says, before you harm a child, tie a millstone around your neck and throw yourself in the sea. Basically, he say unalive yourself before you harm one of his innocent children. This is a grown woman. You don't have to be 30 years old to get what's going on, talking about trauma. Tasiki figured it out. Her other sisters are figuring it out, and they don't have the same access to opportunities as and she's the youngest. So if they baby the younger brother, they take him up under their wing. All of them was very supportive until until they started threatening to expose her, and they started advocating for Junior. That's when she decided to sever relationships with them. Just like her mother, when her mother was advocating for Junior inside of the womb, advocating for her not to unalive him. And she didn't advocate for her not to unalive him because she was pro-life. She advocated for her not to unalive him for the best interest of Chrisean, because before that, Chrisean had 10 abortions. 10. And the
10.
other,
You
10.
lying.
10,
You
like the number
lying.
after 9
No
before
way.
11.
10
Yes, the number after 9
abortions?
before 11. She
Wow.
had 10. So we know that she doesn't value life. She doesn't value her own life. She doesn't value her womb. She doesn't value any of that. And that's why her relationship with Jesus is very performative. When those cameras are cut, she does not keep the same character. She does not promote Jesus when the cameras are cut. She only talks about the Lord when the cameras are on. And Ray J even exposed that. He asked her the first 5 books of the Bible. Anybody that's really seeking Jesus, you know what you're going to say? I don't know the first 5 books of the Bible. I can't tell you the 5 first books of the Bible. I can tell you how good God has been to me. I'm a baby Christian. I'm just now getting an interest in the Lord. No, but it was performative. So she wanted to negate from that, and she felt attacked. She said, dang, why are you doing this to me? And this all on camera. And why do you feel attacked? As a baby Christian, that's something that you might not know. You might not know the 5 books of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But she had 10 abortions. She unalived every last one of those babies, and she ran away from Blueface. And after she had unalived that last one, she went with Ronnie, slept with him, and then tried to get Blueface to believe that she did not unalive his child, and she tried to get him to believe that that was his baby. We all know that that's not Blueface baby. In her own words, where's the proof? Because Ronnie Doe's where he did a petition for child support and paternity. The judge granted him permission for paternity. Guess what? The judge does not waste community resources on if it's already established paternity. They do not grant you the right to get paternity. You know why? Because they say, well, this other judge and this other DNA test has already been submitted in court. It's already proved that there's a paternal father for said child. So we don't need to do a paternity test. And that's public record as well. That boy, Ronnie, that she say he's doing it for clout, he had a savings account for Junior. He had filed a petition for child support. He filed a petition for rights. And do you know that according to the public record, 3 days before him and Chrisean was set to go to court because it was mandatory for her to go, do you know that he was unalived 3 days before this paternity test? And then she put on live on Bigo Live the fake false paternity test. We know that it's false. The lines ain't even. I used to be a former scammer in my past. Everybody has a past. I mean, I said, girl, she could have called one of us at the church if she wanted to try to fake a DNA test because the lines look folded up than I was when I was taking leukemia treatment. What the heck? I said, what the hell is she doing? There was a fake. So why would you go out of your way to post false things if you do not understand and you don't have a demonic agenda? Like, why are you lying saying that your baby walking, your baby talking, your baby eating? She says those things publicly because she's trying to deter the opinion of the public. She does not care about being a good mother because why would you tell that lie? And everybody says she doesn't have to tell us everything. She doesn't have to tell us anything at all. And she don't have to volunteer a lie. She don't have to go out of her way and say her baby walking, talking, and eating if he's not. She did that because she knows it's something wrong with him. If she was a good parent, why do you go out your way to show a car seat? Like, what is the point? And then to the point of Carlissa, if that was really her grandchild, you remember when Chrisean was there, she was getting ready to touch Journey's glasses, and Carlissa jumped up and responded and lost her whole entire. Carlissa was willing to get her ass whooped. She said, "You gonna have to whoop me, HOE." And she said, don't touch her. So if that's Carlissa's response to a healthy child, she just didn't even want Chrisean touching that grandchild. Don't you think if that was Carlissa's biological grandson, that she would step up and do whatever she needs to do? Does everybody forget that Carlissa's father was a director at CPS? Does everybody forget that her father worked in legal attorney in the field of child protective services? Everybody forgets that. That's why Carlissa said, and my daddy gonna be ready to kick my you know what because of this baby and da and all of this other stuff. Carlissa has already disclosed that Blueface is bound by NDA. How many times does Blueface have to come forward and say that he was paid $100K to fake paternity? Chrisean runs from paternity. She does not want to establish paternity. And everybody keeps saying that baby is in danger as long as he's in her care because of his health problems. No. That baby is in danger as long as his DNA can tie her to Ronnie Doe's unaliving. That's what everybody needs to remember. It's not her. No, she does not want that baby to have a long, healthy life because that baby right there. And I bet you if somebody hired an attorney, that's what I was telling Sean Davie Way. You hire an attorney to propose to hire to go into evidence and work with the DA and to get a warrant for his DNA. I guarantee you everything that'll be justice for Ronnie Doe. That'll be justice for Chrisean Jr. All of that'll come into play because it does not make sense. If we was actually in court right now, Chrisean would not only be guilty for Ronnie Doe, but she would be guilty as medical neglect. That is a felon in the first degree, minimum of 5 years. Like
Ooh,
people
girl,
need to just come forward and just be honest. Everybody. Yes,
Did
ma'am.
you message me every time I talk about Chrisean Rock? I need to have you as my hand. Okay.
Okay.
Every
Yes,
time
ma'am.
Chrisean Rock, honey. Shit.
Yes, ma'am.
How
Yeah,
you
we
cook?
need to.
How
Yes,
you
ma'am.
cooking? Go
Well,
ahead.
you know what, Gigi? You raised us to be like this.
I sure did. You better tell them.
I've been watching you since I was a teenager. You taught me how to embrace myself. And then let me tell you one last thing. And this is about me and you, Gigi. You ain't never met me. You ain't never held my hand. You ain't never talked to me. You ain't never done none of that. But you know what? But because I was receptive
to being a better person and a better mother. You poured into me spiritually. You gave me strength. You gave me hope. You poured love into us. You taught us to embrace who we really are, to be unapologetic about who we really are. You told us about our own free will, our choices and everything. I will never forget the day when I first started watching you and they told me that my daughter would never sit up, and I'm sitting up there laughing and watching you, and you was giving your story, your testimony, and everything that you had been through, the different type of men you had dated and all of this. I had left a volatile relationship, and I'll never forget, I stood my daughter up with her hands and I made her start walking, and everybody was yelling at me, telling me, don't do that, quit doing that, this is this and that. The doctor has already spoken. My daughter is literally playing football and soccer right now, walking, talking. Girl, I be thinking like, damn near Chrisean, like a little bit like, girl, I should have let you be a little bit more delayed because you get on my nerves. But I'm just telling you that you poured so much into me. So when someone is receptive to wanting change and to wanting to be a better person, they're going to gravitate to those people that are going to pour into them. They're going to seek it with everything they know. You can watch a YouTube video on how to deal with your special needs child nowadays. You can sit up there and type on Google. If you really receptive and you chasing God with your whole heart, you don't need a church. You don't need a whole community and a whole village. You could just literally desire it and want it for yourself. I didn't get those opportunities, but I end up going to college, completing all of that. And that's not to toot my own horn. That's a testament to just me wanting to do something so bad. I watched y'all, and I have always procrastinated about my gift. I always procrastinated about what God has called me to do. But watching y'all has motivated me. I'm going to speak out. Now, when it comes to this Chrisean subject, I'm not going to use my platform to do any of that, to address it. I'm going to let y'all do that for the simple fact that I have so much information, physical information behind the scenes, and I don't ever want to be accused of using that as a way to get on. But I'm just telling you that this is a bigger cause, bigger than all of us. And I was pro Chrisean. I seen a lot of myself in Chrisean, but I also think I see so much growth that she does not represent me at all, not even a little bit anymore. She represented the 16-year-old me. And I thank God for growth. And that's where we should be at. This baby should be the priority, not her. Not her. Everybody keeps coming to her defense. Let's defend the child. The child is innocent. The child is going through the same trauma that y'all said that she hasn't healed from still. So we want to repeat? Or do we not want to break that cycle? Like, which one? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
Now,
and that's all I have to say. And I'm going to, go ahead, Gigi.
go ahead. So you about to light it up. Okay, but Valencia,
Girl,
make
yeah.
sure you hit me up at Gigi Medici, all of y'all. Shout out to Pimp Streets. DNA Farm donated $2. I appreciate it. Making excuses while Junior is gone lost his life. Oh my God. Okay, look, that's my email. That's my Facebook. So y'all feel free to hit me up on my Facebook account. Email me, send me information, hot gossip. If y'all want me to talk about Cardi B on here, I'll talk about Cardi B. Hashtag if you want me to talk about Cardi B on this channel. Okay, if y'all want me to talk more about Chrisean Rock, I will. Anything that's celebrity hot related, I will talk about it here at the AI Monarch. This is my release when it comes to gossip, and maybe sometimes at the messy sweet spot, depending on how I feel that day. Tamala, what did you want to say?
Oh, I just want to say this, Gigi. If a scammer can change, anybody can change. That's just like if people say, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm not using nobody's thing. She said she used to be a scammer, so I'm saying she changed. Anybody can change. It's not saying that nobody can change. I'm just saying, if the girl hasn't had any help, just like your Tim said, nobody is poured into her. The young lady said people poured into her. Nobody poured into her. She's doing everything on her own. Nobody really poured into her. I don't feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for the situation. Let's get that understood. If the situation, I feel like that, if somebody really, really, like she said, pour into her, I feel like she can be powerful. She has that potential. I can see this. Nobody support her on nothing she really do. So that's for she drags to baddies to get a paycheck. She drags over here to fight to get a paycheck. But nobody really is supporting her. Everybody, and then they say,
Tamala, I gotta
they say
stop you on Tamala. I gotta say something.
Hold on. They say
I gotta say something.
Carlissa is money hungry. Carlissa is money hungry.
Tamala,
you cooking?
Yeah, she cooking for y'all side, but honey,
No, for real,
honey,
GJ, I just
let's
know
talk about it. Okay, everybody putting their 2 cents in. I didn't have nobody helping me. I had to help myself. You got to pull yourself up on the bootstrings. Ain't nobody gonna help you in this world.
Gigi,
Tamala, Tamala.
Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same.
I know that.
It's just like some autism kids. You put them out there, they can get things done before the other autism kid can. Okay, everybody is not the same. Everybody is on a different level. You just because you get out there and do it, don't mean the next person can. Let me tell you something. I got stuff from the mud myself. But I can't. But do you think I don't have stripes and scars myself that I've been through? But I knew I had to survive myself and had to get down through the mud myself. So at the end of the day, come on now. Nobody really poured.
She has more advantages than me and you both.
Have advantage.
Yes, she does have advantages.
Okay. All right, Gigi. What you think, Tim?
You know what it is, Tamala? A lot of people go off of expectations, right? A lot of people will expect that just because they made it doesn't feel like everybody else can make it. But when we look at the whole community as together, the shit is in shambles. It's in shambles. And it goes back to what we're saying. Pouring into people in a moral code, a lot of people is going to keep going to the church and get robbed and great for their resources because these people are just scamming, like you said, because scammers can change, okay? Right. But these people are just scamming and taking the money off of people's pockets and then sitting there telling you about the Bible. But where are we going to have the pastors that's going to be preaching about life? Where we going to have the pastors that's going to be preaching us about how to way to set goals straight? You get what I'm saying? That have the book of life that's going to tell us about, okay, when you get pregnant and you go out there and you make it into this, you go out there and try to live this life in this world, okay? You have to be responsible. You have to take accountability. And where's the pastors that's going to be telling us get mental health?
Why
make sure your health
to do it? You should have a direct relationship with God yourself. If not that, you learn yourself, teach yourself. And if you're
that's expectations, because here's the thing is that a lot of people will literally go to wherever they can. You was raised conservative, right, Gigi?
Very conservative, very religious.
So there's certain things that you had took with you and you have instilled with you, but there's also some things that you had to unlearn, or there's some things that you learned along the way in life to live it for the way that's best for you. But there are some people that just have those complications because they're so deep into their darkness to the point that they don't know the light. So you're going to have these girls that's just going to keep going to these thugs. You're going to have these thugs that's going to want to keep messing with baddies.
Oh my God.
Until they unlearn.
They're doing the same thing the Chrisean's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
On this panel and judge that girl, but we got people in real life that does the same thing she do. People got friends that does the same thing she do. And do you think they calling CPS on them?
No.
Now I'm just gonna hit the hammer on the nail. people got friends like that. You can't tell me you don't. A lot of people got friends like that.
I don't got no friends like that. Now I don't got no family members like that.
CPS? You think they calling the CPS?
I don't got no
I'm just
friends
saying.
or family like that.
You
A
might
lot
not.
of people were scammers, scamming people for their money.
A lot of people do out here.
And those people that
And we
do
cannot sit
probably
high.
have
We
friends
cannot-
that are enabling
Let me tell you
that.
something. God is the only judge. We cannot sit high and look down low. Okay?
Now
We
y'all
cannot
know
sit down and
Valencia
look down
came
low-
back. I don't
low
want
and
y'all to
act like-
argue.
and act like we are so better than the next man. We made bad choices and decisions in our lives too. And we were able to correct them by getting some help.
Nobody's saying
Right, and
that.
another thing I want to
Nobody is
clear
saying-
up.
Hold on. Nobody is saying I don't think I'm better than Chrisean at all. Well, sometimes depends on the category. But she gotta do better. We all not created equally, okay? Just like you said, we all different. But she have way more advantages than I ever had. And she have more advantages than everybody in the chat ever had. She's fucking Chrisean Rob. She is hello. Come on now.
But how do you know that, Gigi? How do you know that mentally for her?
What are you trying to
None of
say?
her
She's a
family-
star. She's
Jennifer,
everywhere.
I mean, Gigi, none of her sisters got the case. The girl, what's her name, Chastity or whatever name? She just recently went to jail. She do stuff. They all do stuff. Come on now.
Right, Whitney Houston was a star.
Functional
Mary
setting.
J. Blige was a star. You saw how they was on that stuff.
Okay, they was on drugs.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
she
but they
changed.
wasn't pushing their baby around doing this and that. I ain't never see Whitney do her baby
Bobby
like
Christina
that.
was on drugs, Gigi.
I know she was on drugs, but we didn't know it for real, for real. Shit. She
we
was
don't know what Whitney did behind the scenes.
okay, but this
But
is in
Whitney
front of
had a
our
different
faces, and you
Whitney had a
act like you
different
don't-
generation because
Okay,
she
well,
didn't have the
damn, this is
media,
number-
the social
well,
media.
Well, hide it. Why is it in my face?
Gigi is just-
You're gonna get on the right, I'm gonna get on the left, and we're gonna get
Don't let me bring up Valencia, baby. I'm trying to hold her back. Don't make me bring up Valencia, because you know she shut it down. All right? Shit, I'm
Gigi,
trying.
I love you.
I
Now,
love you
don't
more.
want no Rico act, TJ. I'm gonna put that Rico act on you.
Okay.
Yeah. Apply that pressure. Apply pressure.
Hold on, y'all. Valencia, you still
Hi, Miss
here?
Gigi.
I love you more.
Hi, Miss Gigi. I
Hey.
think Miss Tamala missed what I was saying. I didn't say that people poured into me directly. What I said is when you really want to do better, you gravitate to people that pours into you. And I gave an example. Me, I wanted to grow so much and I wanted to be a better person that I would watch YouTube videos and let people on different platforms pour into me. But if we want to talk about directly, didn't Black China try to pour into Chrisean? What was the little Mexican girl, Nikki? All of them poured into Chrisean. We poured into her at church. I took her by her hand. Chrisean, let me pull you to the side. I don't want you to get in trouble with Junior. I was asking, why is his genitals still stuck in his stomach? Why is this baby not eating? Chrisean, let's go to the doctor. I know a doctor that would help you. They're not going to call CPS on you. And then Miss Tamala talking about we wouldn't call CPS on our friends. What type of demonic person will watch a child be done like Junior and not call CPS? I've called CPS on 2 of my associates. Not my friends, because I don't have people around me that are demonic and dark like that. And she's talking about a scammer. I absolutely was delivered from being a scammer. I didn't take other people's money. When I say scammer, I call a thing a thing. A lot of people didn't say what I was doing was scamming because I would literally lie to the government and tell the government this is my situation and it really wasn't my situation. I mean, I would exploit the government just like the president Donald Trump does. But far as taking people's money, no, I've always been an advocate for children my whole life. So at the end of the day, we cannot keep making excuses. If she wanted to change, she definitely would do that. She gravitates to people with drugs. She gravitates to the thugs. She gravitates to people in the streets. Why wouldn't she gravitate to people that are loving on their children and can help her with resources to give her child? And at the end of the day, she's saying we aren't supposed to judge this young lady. Well, then what type of God do you serve? Because he tells us to judge those by the fruits that they bear, the fruits of the Spirit. We absolutely are supposed to judge one another. The Bible, the whole Bible is full of judgment. How else would we discern who and who not to deal with? That doesn't even make sense. We're supposed to judge. It's just that we're supposed to live up to that standard of judgment. Like, we're not
I don't
about to
think
keep on sitting up here and pretending like we're not adults. And we're not about to pretend like Chrisean is not an adult.
You just sit there and said you saw his little pee-pee stuck there like that. Why didn't you step up and do something?
I did. Did you not hear me? I did.
Okay, so why didn't they take him from her then if you did so much?
I called CPS and the pastor would not allow CPS inside of the building. That's something that I'm willing to send Gigi as well. They would not allow CPS in the building. But like you said, Miss Tamala, it's because they are exploiting Chrisean. They are. She has been exploited. I'm not negating that. That does not have anything to do with the betterment of this child. I agree with you that Chrisean needs help. She needs guidance. She needs resources. She needs love. But that baby, my first priority would be that baby to get help. I did do something about it, and they dismissed me from the church.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. With the same thing you said, we both, me, you, and Tim is saying the same thing. Then you said she needs guidance. She needs help. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. If she needs guidance and help and she don't know how, somebody got to help her and ain't nobody help her.
No, Miss Tamara, I agree with you. She needs help. She needs all of that. She does not need to get those resources while she still has that baby.
Mental help. She needs mental help. She needs a lot of help. To cope with a lot of things that happened to her in the past, I do agree. She needs help. And that's what I'm saying. Anybody can change. I feel like in my heart, this young lady can be a very, very beautiful and phenomenal woman. I just
if
feel
she
like
wants to
really genuinely care about her and really pour into her. Because I done seen the worst of the worst. And
I think she needs all of those things away from that baby, because right now she does not want the help. Maybe if her son was not with her and he's thriving and she sees that it's okay, because the damage is already done. Yes, she did get drunk and do drugs, and she was demonic towards this baby. But the damage is already done.
Yeah,
the baby needs resources.
I think she do need to be away from the baby in order to get help. Now, I do agree with you there. I do agree with the baby need to be in safe care until she gets some help. I do agree with you there. I totally agree with you there. Now,
yes, ma'am. And Miss Pamela, I can tell you, let me tell you, she said she was in jail in the county and she had advocates and everybody, and Jesus was pouring into her. We were one of those advocates. We have been there since day one trying to help us. We also went to court to plea on her behalf for early release and all of these things. She used us to get out of jail, and she continued to be demonic towards her son. So I believe that she needs all of these things, but if she's not receptive to them, it's going to be in vain.
Now, I do have a question. What is your definition of demonic?
Demonic. So my definition of demonic would be the same as biblical definition. I don't change it. But I mean, you want me to give some examples? Neglect, any harm towards a child knowingly is demonic. Fornication, demonic. Drugs, demonic. I mean, what? Like we all know what demonic is. It's what the Bible says it is. She fails on every level of being righteous, which we all do. We all fall short.
Let me say something.
It's the point about getting up and seeking God with our whole heart. Chrisean does not do that. I've been a witness to that. I
All
helped her
right.
get out of jail.
I
So
said,
I've always rooted for her. I've always wanted the best
hello.
for her and Junior. She doesn't want it for herself.
I can't say shit. Hello.
Gigi, I'm sorry.
It's all right. God, look, I'm gonna put everybody down. Let me tell y'all something. You know what? You know what need help, huh? I tell you what need help. These motherfucking likes. Get the goddamn likes up, okay? These likes need help because the likes ain't liking. Goddamn it! Get the goddamn likes up. Hell, I need help too. I need help how to get into the stock market. Can somebody help me? I need y'all to hit me up at that link. Y'all talk about helping Chrisean and she don't even want it. I won't help. I want y'all to help me get into the stock market. Okay? Help me find a good man, 6-figure man. Okay? Shit. I need a lot of help. Can y'all help me? Help me get the likes up. Help me grow this damn YouTube channel. Help me grow 6 of my channels. Y'all talking about help. I want the help. Tamala is my sister. Let me tell y'all something. This girl right here, this my sister. I love Tamala on this phone. She have been with me day in and day out. All of my channels, help co-hosting and giving great commentary, great energy, great reporting. I just appreciate her and I adore her so much. I really do, Tamala. You definitely have.
I do you too, Gigi. I do you too.
And I appreciate
and I love
that.
the panel. I love the ladies on the panel too because a lot of them don't come forward, but I wish they would come forward and get in this debate with us because sometimes it's just so fun to see you go off.
Oh, shit.
because I just love it. I love it. I love it. Even the role play, I love it all, Gigi.
Yes.
And when you told me earlier, okay, well, I'm gonna let you have your opinion, but we're gonna battle at it. And I just love this energy with you. I really do. You're a very sweet and genuine person. You're a very sweet and genuine person.
Thank you so much. Come on. Team Gigi, hashtag Team Gigi. And all of y'all, that's my team. Y'all better support me and go on my Facebook and message me and send me some tea. I love when y'all send me tea. They just sent me a tea that Carlos is on a panel talking shit. And I love that. Yeah, somebody just sent me a video. I don't know what YouTube he on, but yeah, he's
we need to get on that.
Yeah, he not talking shit about me, but he just talking shit, you know. So yeah. Ooh, honey, I love it when every time y'all hit my message, ding, 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 ding. Y'all call me when I'm asleep. I pick up sometime. Y'all call me just to say, I think this. I had one lady call me today, tell me something. What do you think? I need to talk to this lady, but I'm afraid. I said, and I didn't know what the hell she talking about. I said, girl, pray about it. Go pray. Go talk to God. Don't talk to me about this shit. Go talk to God. Pray about it, and tell me what he say. Okay. I adore her so much. Sometimes when you don't got an answer, just tell them to go talk to God about it and pray about it.
Right.
Tell them to wait on it, marinate on it, pray about it, and give it 24 hours and come back.
Or Buddha or whoever they talking to.
Whoever. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just saying whoever they talk to.
But yeah, Chrisean Rock, hopefully she'll get it together. You know, I don't know because it's been a minute, but you know. But I love the debates. I love the back and forth. I love all that banter. It's really good for your mental mind, for you to, you know, think. Yes. Valencia, you was amazing. You really came with a fire, Tim.
Yes, she did.
You were great. You really came with a heart. You know, and I be telling him, I say, Tim, fuck your heart. You too.
Tim, you heard her.
Yeah, me and Tim, I always disagree. Everything he say, he's so, you know, heartful.
He's so humble. He's so humble.
And he thinks, to me, he thinks the world is so great and so like everything is going to be supposed to be fair and everything's supposed to be right. And I just like, Tim, that's not reality. Shit ain't gonna never be fair, you know. But I love Tim so much. I wanna I'm gonna work on Tim. I really am. Okay. And to me, just to see the world reality and just to see it, I don't know. I know it may be hurtful to certain people because they want to. I don't know. Sometimes I do believe ignorant is bliss, and sometimes I do feel like if some people believe like everything is so beautiful, then I will let people have that, honestly, because it's beautiful, to believe that. Especially if you don't have to deal with no stuff in your life. And if you can live life like that and die and just have those thoughts, I would not interrupt it. But if I know that you're going to be faced with a reality, I want to break you from that before your reality hits you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it really depends on who you are and how you live your life and what you got going on, because some people can afford to live in ignorance.
Right. Absolutely.
So we are not that fortunate. All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to say that Gigi, I enjoyed this. It was really relaxing to be able to blow some steam, because when we doing Tyrone and Ramika's case is very, it's very saddening and heavy. And so this was like a relaxing debate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you can really relax and unwind. And it was just really nice to do this.
Yeah, it was real
really
spicy.
Was.
Did you see BG in here?
Oh, yeah, I saw her pop in. Yeah. Walking through, just checking out the lights.
Yeah.
The views. Right. I seen that too. But, I paid no, I try to pay no attention to those.
Clearly, she likes to follow us, She
likes to follow you to the honey status.
I know that's right. But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. All right.
No.
Well, I'm gonna get on out of here, and we'll finish this tomorrow. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, Tamala.
All right, we love you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, hon.